This is a session on how to invite people to your workspace. So I have a sample workspace here. In this workspace, I want to add 4 people to it. I'm going to call those people F1, F2, F3, and F4. So I go to the roles page, and here I see that there are currently 2 members in the role, okay? And I'm going to show you the first way to invite is individually. So I can invite individual users. I'm just going to say this is a person F1 at x.com. I can pick a role. I can write a message here. I click invite. And now what we're seeing is we're seeing this invite here. This was from an earlier test. The second way is to send a multi-person invite. And this is kind of the same thing. I'm going to do F2 at x.com and F3 at x.com. This is convenient if you have a long list of email and you want to invite a bunch of people. Again, you've got another message here that you can fill in. You can set the role. I can send the invitation. So now you're seeing F1, 2, and 3 here. Another way to do it is that you can simply go to the roles and you can go to this role. You can simply enter F4 at x.com. And you'll see there they've been added as a member. Now, for this person, you haven't invited him yet. You've just added him as a role. To anybody, you can click on this here and compose and send an invitation. So now this is an invitation directly to F4. So I'll go ahead and send that. In this case, you have to wait for it. And now it's been sent. Now let's go take a look and let's see what the mail says here. So I'm seeing I've got 3 email messages, one to F1, F2, F3, and another one to F4. You notice that the from address is a little bit different on these, so depending on how you do it, they may or may not receive them. If I'm pretending that I'm this user F1, I click on this message here. There's a set password. Before I do that, I have to log out over here because remember, normally this would be someone who's not logged in. So now I'm not logged in there. I go to set my password. I now enter F1. I set okay. And when I click save to choose my password, bing, I'm in there. I'm now a fully qualified member of this group, and we can go to roles. We can look at invite users, and we can still see this person F1 has now joined. These other 2 are invited. So I can just click on this F2 here. It's refilled in this form with all the information about F2, and I can just say invite again. So now I've invited. You see this, it says new here, but if I go and refresh the screen here, it will then turn into invited, and that tells you that the email's been sent. So I can, I can click on this F3 here and notice that it filled in the form up here, and I can invite them again. So that's how you re-invite someone. And of course, you can always, if you're looking at the roles here, you can always re-invite somebody by clicking here and composing and sending an invitation and sending it again. So what I've shown here is how you invite single people, how you invite a list of email addresses, how you can add them simply to the role and then send an invite later, which sometimes you do. And I've also shown how to resend the invites if you need to. Okay, so hopefully that explains what you need to do to invite users, to re-invite users, and to have them set their passwords.